Okay, welcome everybody on Passive Night tonight, Monday night. It's our UK and Ireland weekly webinar presentation. A special welcome to all the guests tonight, and especially those of you who are looking at this for the first time. We hope that the information that we're sharing with you is enough for you to make the right decision for you. The webinar tonight will be split into 2 or 3 sections. Redfern is going to go through our slide presentation, which is pretty comprehensive. That's going to last about 25 to 30 minutes, after which we're going to invite some leaders on afterwards, and they're going to tell you a little bit about their story and why they joined ONPASSIVE. In the mix, as always, we go through some Q&As. We'll hope to wrap up on the hour. We're quite mindful that we don't want to keep you too long, but we'll see how it pans out. So before any further delay, I'll pass it over to you, Red.
Thanks very much, Neil, and welcome all the new people. As I said earlier, this is for new people looking at ONPASSIVE. Please get back to the person who has invited you here tonight to answer any more questions that you might have. If you want to ask us directly, you can do as well. Okay, so what are we going to learn in this webinar tonight? We're going to learn what ONPASSIVE is, the person who is in charge, what ONPASSIVE products and services are, and why we actually do need these products and services, the current opportunity that you normally see online and why we are so different, and what exactly is the benefit of this thing that we call the founders opportunity. So what exactly is ONPASSIVE? Well, for a start, we are a very real business. We now have 3 physical offices around the world. The one on the right hand side there is in Florida. This is the main office where we are registered in the United States, and we're also registered in India, in Hyderabad, and we've got another office in Bangalore. At the moment, we have around about 600 staff worldwide, and this is split between service, developers, technicians, etc. like this. So we are a brick and mortar asset company, and we are a IT, internet technology company backed by artificial intelligence. And we are a one-stop online marketing business solution. So all our products and services are online. As you can see here, we've got some pictures of the new offices in Hyderabad, high-tech city. We decided to base ourselves there because Hyderabad is the new Silicon Valley in India, and we wanted to have a permanent office there because anywhere around the world at the moment, majority of the brains of online techs are Indian, and rather than dragging them from India to the States, we decided that it would be better to actually have a physical presence there. And as you can see on that right-hand building there, that is 6 stories of ONPASSIVE's main building, and that houses all of the support, techs, securities, and all the rest of the things that need to go on for a company of this size. It's been completely decked out, and as you can see, there's a few pictures of it there and a map of what Hyderabad looks like, and also the building itself at night time. So let's move on then to the person who is behind all this. Our CEO and brain trust, the person who thought of ONPASSIVE is a guy called Mr. Ash Mufara. He's a family man who's got wife and kids, and he's actually in his own right got over 20 years of experience in the online space. He's worked out of Silicon Valley, and he's worked online with many companies. He's been very, very successful online in his own right, but there was something missing from his success, and one of those things was to be able to duplicate what he could do online to the normal people, which is the end of the day is people like you and me. So he had this idea of what he wanted to produce for a company. He went looking around online for a company to facilitate this. He couldn't find one, so he decided, you know something, I'll build it myself. And to be able to do that, he had to go back to college. He got himself a Master of Information Technology and also attended Harvard specifically to learn about online online business and commerce, okay, and creation. So he went back to college to do that. Now, the number one thing that people ask me all the time is, can I make money with OnPassive? And the answer to that is yes, you can. We are a unlimited company, which means that anything to do with OnPassive is unlimited. That includes the amount of money you can make, and also the amount of people that you can bring with you. Anybody who comes to OnPassive has no limits. Whatever that limit that you want to make as a residual income is possible with OnPassive. Okay, so we're going to go through now exactly what OnPassive is going to do for you as a founder. Well, for the first thing I want to tell you is there is 0 qualifications to be part of OnPassive, and that is because everything to do with OnPassive is 100% automated, done for you. I'm going to say that again so that you understand what I am saying. We are going to be paying the company to do everything for us. So there is going to be no recruiting, no converting of any leads, and they are going to guarantee traffic. Now, I'm going to go into the traffic side in a little bit more depth in a moment, but this traffic is just not, it's not normal traffic where you see if you're buying leads, etc. This is targeted traffic, and it is very specific to what OnPassive is going to be doing. And I'll go into that in a little bit a while. It is completely self-funding. So what do I mean by self-funding? You pay once to become a founder. Now, at the moment, that founder's fee is $97 US. And then everybody pays for their first month. At the moment, this is going to be between 100 and 250 US. We don't know where it's going to be. This depends on all of the working parts of OnPassive, and obviously it's a business, so they have to make profit, and that's why it is going to be between these two variables. But once you have paid your first month, all other payments, subsequent subscriptions, month on, month off, will not come out of your own pocket. They will be funded from the commissions of the customers buying the products and services of OnPassive. We are a customer-based business. What we are talking about right now is before we launch to the world, and this is, we are offering you a founder's position within the company before we go live. We, as founders, will be earning commissions from the customers paying to use the products and services. And in a moment, I'll get on to what some of these products and services are that you will be earning commissions from. There is a lot more to it as well, but let's keep it quite simple for now. And all of this is going to be done for you, hands-free, 100% automated. We're going to have every imaginable tool for your success, all easily accessible in one place. There is going to be no copycat or recycled tech, because everything that we have, every product and service and suite of products and services of OnPassive has been built by our tech team in Hyderabad High Tech City. Yes, there is items and products that are similar to what we see online, and this is specific because we know they are in high demand. What we are doing is bringing it all into one place for one payment, using the best technology, all backed by artificial intelligence at the lowest price you will find anywhere on the globe. So let's have a look at some of the products. Okay, this is a snippet of 20 odd products that we are going to be launching with when we start. Now, we've already launched a couple of these, and the first one is that top left one, which is Academy. I'm just going to stop on that one for a moment to tell you about what Academy is. The pandemic has completely changed how people do stuff online at the moment, and one of those is learning. Academy is going to be our online e-learning platform where any college, university, school, business, or even you at home, if you're a vlogger or blogger, or you have got any course that you want to upload there, you can put it on the Academy platform. okay? And people will pay to use your courses. If you're an academy or a university, you can also give the relevant paperwork for people that are doing that courses. Okay, so this is going to be massive just on its own. This is one business on its own. We are going to have over 50 different products and services for you for that one payment, all under one roof in one place. The other one that's just been released as well is called Trim. That's on the right-hand side there, halfway down. Okay, Trim is when you shorten a URL, okay, and the difference between what we are using here with Trim and other ones, Trim URL, Bitly, the rest of it is with Trim, you can actually target and track every single person that comes through it. Not only that is, you can specifically use your name in it so that it becomes a marketing ploy as well. I mean, there's loads more detail to it, but this is only two of the products that have just been released, and you can have a look at it. If you go to onpassive.com, you can search and read into all of these products and services, and there is loads of them. And as you can see, we're using a bit of a theme here with the O, but there is descriptions of all of them. So please go over there and have a look at them. Let's have a look at what companies are out there at the moment that you are very familiar with. And this is where we will be taking our market share. Now, it is a massive, bold statement for me to sit here to say we are going to be taking a large market share from these companies. And you've probably used all or some of these companies here. If you have anything to do with your business online, or you are a surfer, or you do anything to do with online, you have probably used one of these products from one of these massive companies here. Now, I don't know about you, but I can't remember the last time Zoom paid me to use their platform. With OnPassive, we will pay you to use our products and services. Yes, we will pay you to use these products and services. Now, Gmail, I sent loads of emails this morning. Nobody paid me to send those emails. We're on Zoom now. Nobody's paying me to use Zoom at the moment. My domain name is hosted with GoDaddy, and I also host my website with GoDaddy. They're not paying me to use their service. With OnPassive, we will pay you as a founder to use the products and services of OnPassive. It is revolutionary. It is absolutely fantastic. And not only that, if you have your own business as well, you can host that business on the OnPassive platform. It is going to be absolutely revolutionary. Now, remember I told you about traffic and about targeted traffic and how this is going to really, really make a massive difference to you, either as a business person or an individual. Now, traffic is the be all and end all of anything online. If you don't get qualified eyes in front of what that person is looking for, okay, so if you've got a business and you can't get qualified eyes in front of your audience, you are dead in the water. And what OnPassive is going to be doing is using quality targeted traffic using their artificial intelligence. Every single tool, product, and service of OnPassive has artificial intelligence woven in to its format, and they all know what each one is doing. Now, as far as the artificial intelligence is concerned, it's out there already, and you are targeted with it already, and you probably don't even know. And I'm going to give an example now. When you go surfing online to look at something, okay, for instance, it's a t-shirt. You buy a t-shirt from eBay or Amazon. As soon as you go back onto any social media, immediately down that right-hand side, you're targeted with loads of adverts of various different t-shirts, not only like the one you just bought, but also where you live, down the road, etc., etc. This is artificial intelligence. because they know where you live. They even know what age you are and what your habits are. Okay, OnPassive is exactly the same. We will be targeting users by what they are searching for any of the products and services that we have. Not only that, if you have your business hosted with us, we will target these customers with your business products. Okay, it's absolutely revolutionary and unheard of. So you as a founder, you can host your own business as long as it is approved by OnPassive on our platform, and we will target traffic for you for your product. One of the ways we're going to do this is using video formats. Okay, we're going to be using the best quality videos that have intelligent video formats, super easy user-friendly interfaces that you can be easily shared by a click of a button. And like I said, we are going to prioritize target audience by what they are searching for. So you're getting a higher probability of that person looking at you. Now, if you've got your own business and it's hosted on Passive, you are going to get 2 bites of the cherry, okay? Because not only every time someone clicks on your link to have a look at your business, then they will also be offered, and this is the same across the board, a 7-day free trial to use all of the products and services of OnPassive. And guess what? They're going to love what they see, and there's a high probability that they will buy one of these products and services. So not only are you selling them what your product is, they are also going to be becoming a consumer of OnPassive within your own team itself. So you'll be making commissions from them. It's absolutely amazing. So let's have a little recap of where we are so far. Okay, let's have a think about some of the benefits so far, what I've explained to you. It's a fun solution for any cause. This means you can use OnPassive for anything as long as it is approved. You'll also get immediate payment, and this can be daily. If there is money in your wallet, you can withdraw it on a daily basis. All of the targeted marketing is done for you 100% hands-free, and this is going to guarantee visitors and sign-ups using breakthrough products for automation of your financial freedom and a lot more. So Richard Branson once said, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity, but you're not sure you can do it, say yes, and then learn how to do it. Now, the reason we've put this in here now is because the window of opportunity to be a founder is going to close when we launch to the world. And this is going to be very, very shortly. It is this year. It is in the first end of this year. The exact date we don't know, because we are still in the development stage and we haven't launched to the world. But like I said, we have launched 2 products now, and they are coming thick and fast. We're expecting another one this week, for instance. So it's best to get in now whilst you can, because once we launch to the world, that founder's position will be gone. So let's have a look at our business model. What are we going to do for you? We're going to provide a platform to those who have a business so that they can become more successful by prioritized targeting for your product to qualified eyes. We're going to provide to those that have no business, the likes of myself. I am going to market OnPassive because it's going to be massive. Or success in the online marketing scene. Now, there's probably plenty of us here who have had dabbles with other opportunities online that have gone south or whatever it may be. But with OnPassive, we're going to give you a plug and play system that will guarantee your success. And we seek to help and obtain their abundance by using our targeted traffic. So let's have a little look at the old business model online, which you're probably used to and have seen, and what we are and how different we're going to be. Now, the old model online is the same online or offline. There's a lot of things here will probably resonate with a lot of people. Most things are based on competition and conflict. You've probably all been there where you have targets to be met, or you have employee of the week or salesperson of the week. And all of this is based on competition and sales, etc. So it's a very stressful environment to be in. 97% of things that you do online end up becoming a scam. You've been there, you end up paying once on the promise, you have to pay again. Then they say, well, if you buy this, then you'll be more successful. So you end up buying that. And then you buy another month, and then you're 5 months down the line, you've been paying for 5 months. You've run out of money because you've not made any money. So you end up walking away. Okay, they turn into money pits. Normally require selling and recruiting. You sometimes have to retain tools separately. There's never any guarantees. And the worst of it all is marketers are pitted against each other, and the compensation is based on your own efforts. With OnPassive, it's based on mutual benefit. This means the more that I help you, the more you benefit and the more I benefit. We all collectively benefit as a company and individuals. We are a real business. We have bricks and mortar. We have real people and real products. Okay, we are self-funding, and we are going to pay you to use the products. All the marketing is done for you, so you do not have to sell anything. And you do not have to recruit, because the company are going to do this. Not only are they going to do it, they're going to convert those recruits into your business. We're going to have every single tool needed for your success. And all of this comes at a very, very one-time low price. And the best of it all is the founder's position comes with 100% money back guarantee at any time, whether you do it, whether you want a refund in a day, week, or a year, you can have a refund for that founder's position any single time. So there is zero risk to become a founder. Marketers only compete against themselves, okay? And the best of it all is we are going to give you a revolutionary breakthrough compensation plan that is rivaled by none. So Ashmi Farad once said, everybody in the near future, everyone in the near future will have something to use with OnPassive, whether they come for the tools, the money, the benefits, or connections of the communication, they will have a reason to come to OnPassive. And this is so true. At the moment, there's around about, our marketplace cap is around 4.9 billion people. And that is because the surveys that we have done of the products and services that we are going to be offering, this is the amount of people online right at this moment that are using a similar product and service. So just imagine if we only take 10% of that market cap away, okay, we are looking at 400 million people, okay, straight away. We estimate that we will have 100 million customers within our first year. And us as a foundership will be less than 1% of that people. We all have residual bills, guys. So why not make a residual income to pay for those residual bills? All of this is backed by our artificial intelligence, okay? And we are going to be using a digital marketing system, okay, to target these people to sell our products and services. You do not have to do anything. Every single tool and product that we have is all integrated. They all work together. They all listen together, and they all work seamlessly together. It is revolutionary. So let's recap then what our system is going to do. It's going to build your team and grow your business. We're going to provide for you, all in with this one price, unlimited rotators, fresh website and designated pages that change on a daily basis, that automatically sends traffic to your site, seamlessly reviewing that traffic, converting them and joining them for you to earn commissions. And all this is done by the use of artificial intelligence. So let's have a little look at the growth of OnPassive. It really has been phenomenal. It all started back in July of 2018, but this graph actually started in January of 2019. when there was around about 10,000 founders. Now, if you stuck this business on the stock exchange with this growth in pre-launch before we have launched to the world, you would have investors climbing over themselves to take a piece of this business before it was launched. Look at that growth. So let's go forward from January of 19 to January of 2020, where we went from 10,000 to around about 46,000 in the January of 2020. Then let's go forward 6 months to the June of 2020, when we went to around about 100,000 founders. So what we did in a whole year, we did in half a year. Then things started getting a bit silly. We went from June to September and we've gone up to about 100,000. And then everything absolutely took off from September of last year to where we are at the moment. We are having around about between 2,000 and 3,000 founders joining on a daily basis. And as you can see there on the right-hand side, we are now over 550,000 paid founders within ONPASSIVE. Now, you might be thinking, why have we got so many founders in pre-launch? The reason we've got so many founders is because they see the vision of what is coming for them before we launch. They understand the importance of that founder's position at $97 for the value of what they are going to have before we launch. Because once we are launching, their founder's position finishes, okay? It is going to be the golden ticket. And the only way to get hold of it is right now before we launch to the world. So this next slide, then, we've got a picture on the left-hand side there of a unicorn. The reason we've put this in here is because when we launch, we are going to be a unicorn company. Now, a unicorn company is a company that has a turnover of $1 billion. There is plenty of unicorn companies out there at the moment, which are all the big names, which is Microsoft, Apple, Facebook, Elon Musk with Tesla. These are all unicorn companies, but nobody has ever done it within the first year of launch. We are on track not only to do it within the first year of launch, but also to do it within the first month of launch. This is unheard of anywhere, online or offline, but we are on track to do this. This is why the founder's position is going to be so exclusive. You're going to get early access to what we call the Go Founders site. Within that, it is for founders only. You will have bespoke links just for yourself to share this opportunity if you want to. Don't forget, you do not have to, because it is 100% hands-free, done for you. We're also going to get early access to use the products before anybody outside of the foundership gets to use them. You're going to get priority positioning within the company that locks you in to that company payment system as well. You're also going to be a member of the inner circle, which means we are going to beta test ideas through a round table, and you can give feedback to us for what you think is good and bad about the products before we release them to the world, plus much, much more. So let's just recap then. ONPASSIVE is automatically going to advertise for you. It's automatically going to market, get leads, sign-ups, and recruit for you, building your team. And this is for your business or any other business opportunity if it is approved by ONPASSIVE. Everything is going to be automated for your convenience. And this is using artificial intelligence and targeted traffic. It is an amazing system that you have got your hands on here. And all of this comes within this $97 foundership fee that is 100% risk-free guaranteed. Not only that, you can pay with a Visa or MasterCard, and you are then automatically backed by the Visa and MasterCard guarantee. If you don't believe me, that the company will not give you your money back. Anyway, guys, that is a very short presentation on ONPASSIVE. Okay, please get back to the person who has invited you here for any more information that you need. I'm going to hand it over to Neil now. I'll go through the chat and the Q&A for any questions, and I'll come back then. Thanks very much, Neil.
Superb. Thank you very much, Red. Fantastic presentation. And yeah, I'd just like to I'd like to ask Paul on next, who gave an excellent story yesterday. I hope we've got it was really emotional. I mean, I've heard it before, but it really did get to me yesterday. It's a tremendous story, and I'm sure that we only really know part of it. But if you'd like to say a few words, that would be great, Paul.
Yeah, thanks, Neil. Yesterday it wasn't meant to happen, but hey, those things do happen. But I'm all good today. Anyway, folks, my name is Paul Angus, and I've recently moved to the area of Rutland. It's the smallest county in the UK, but it's incredibly scenic. So we just love it here. And during the day, I'm a driver. I've got a driving job for an electrical distributors, and I like the job. I'm one of those rare people that actually likes my job. I only work with 4 others, and it's quite good. But the only problem with it is it's quite limited. I don't work weekends, which is nice. I don't work bank holidays, and that's the reason I went for it. I actually gave up a higher paid job and a company car to do this so that I could find something that I wanted to do online. So it suited me. But the trouble with my current job is we haven't had a pay rise in 3 years. And with what's gone on, apparently we've been told we won't be getting one. So obviously I need some extra income, some easier extra income from somewhere. And a good friend of mine of many years, Dennis Owens, is a lovely chap. He's 89 years young this year. And we've known each other for maybe 25, 26 years. Dennis showed me ONPASSIVE about a year ago. And I didn't look at it, to be honest with you, and I wouldn't look at it for 3 months because I thought it was network marketing. I'd spent a lot of time in network marketing in the past, but I didn't really want to go back into it. I wanted something a bit different. But Dennis was a good friend, and that means he was persistent and consistent with me. And he said, just take a look at a couple of videos. And when I did, I realized the potential that I didn't have with my job. It's got unlimited potential, as Red said, and the other thing is it gives me my time freedom. That's really what I want, my time freedom. Now I've just realized again the other day that I'm going to get more days off in a month than I get holiday in a year with my job, and that gives me that's quite a jazz. So I'm already planning a motorcycle holiday with my brother Tim next year. We're going to go all around Europe, and I couldn't do that with a job. So the best part for me is this ONPASSIVE business is going to give me time freedom, money to do what I want for a very small price of under $100, which was ridiculous. It's £77. And I would highly recommend it. It's one of the best things I've ever done in my 62 years on this spinning planet. So thanks, guys. Great presentation, Red, and I'll hand it back to you.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
Neil, I've got a question. If I can just butt in and just answer this question, if I may.
Yeah.
Okay, it's from Ronald Herbert. He said, Red, in a video that Ash did, he made a statement that the $97 for 12 months. Do you know what he meant? Well, he said for 12. Do you know what that meant? Yep, the $97 that you pay for a founder, that starts, right? Your founder's fee starts from the day we launch to the world. So it hasn't happened yet. For instance, I've been in now for a long time, and I paid my $97 a long time back, and I haven't been asked to pay any more money at all, because that doesn't even start until the day that we launch to the world. And the day that we launch, that is good for 12 months. Okay, your founder's fee lasts for 12 months, and at the end of that 12-month period, as long as you have an active account, okay, you'll be offered the founder's renewal fee at the end of that 12-month period. I don't know the exact price of it, but I can assure you it won't be $97. So we'll have to wait for the 12-month period to come up for that. But that's basically what it means, is your $97 you pay for a founder now starts the day that we launch. Hope that answered you, Ronald.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, we're talking about Paul, what Paul was saying before about the $97. I mean, we talk about certain decisions being no-brainers. I mean, this is definitely one, isn't it? On the back of that, you've got the money back guarantee as well. And I mean, lots of people try and differentiate between what they call a proper business, almost as if an online isn't a proper business. Business is business at the end of the day. whether you've got a shop on the high street, whether you've got an online business, and if you can get a business where your monthly outgoings are covered from month 2 onwards, you'd take that any day of the week, wouldn't you? In any business.
Of course you would.
Let's be honest.
I mean, if one thing's taught us, Neil, over the last year, nothing is secure anymore. All of these jobs and businesses that people thought were secure, myself included here down in the south of Spain, you know, that have got good, secure jobs. This year has proved nothing is secure anymore. And to have an opportunity to plug into something of this magnitude, because it is at the end of the day going to be massive for this very low price, okay, is unheard of. And like I said, if this was launched onto the stock exchange with the projections that we have, the growth rate that we have through the foundership, and this is without any of the products and services coming online yet, people would be falling over themselves to get a part of the cake, you know. So it is an absolute no-brainer. $97. I've wasted £77, right, on 2 rounds of drinks before in London. So what we are saying here is you'll be able to secure your financial freedom, okay, not only for yourself, but the rest of your family, because this is a legacy. You can actually pass it on to other people as well. We are 100% legal, we're 100% legitimate, and this really is a no-brainer suggestion for you guys to join us on this journey. Back to you, Neil.
I've just had a thought there, Red, as you were talking.
Yeah, go on then.
If anyone buys 1 lottery ticket a week over the course of the year, that's more than you would pay for a founder's position. And when's the last time your lottery ticket paid out?
Yeah, true story.
No, it's right. A lot of people in this last 12 months have realised they've not got a plan B, and that's the rude awakening, really, isn't it? But yeah, no, yeah. Would Andy next, if you'd like to have a few words, Andy, if you would, please.
Hi guys. Yeah, I hate being last because everyone says what I want to say, but anyway, well done, Red. I'm certainly with you on the motorbike trip, Paul. Couple of things then that you guys have already mentioned. Paul's point about the lottery ticket is fabulous, because bottom line is you have a business here. What are the odds of you winning on the lottery, and what are the odds of you winning with OnPassive? Well, it's 1 in 1 with OnPassive, and the odds of winning on the lottery, even 25 quid or whatever it is 1 million to 1 or something stupid. It's an impossibility. I gave up doing the lottery a long time ago. It was a total and utter waste of money. But Red's made the point as well. 75 quid. It's a night out. It's a meal for 2 in a pub. But you can't go in the pub at the moment anyway. So I'm a figures guy, and what's interesting about the way that Ash has set this up, if you think about what he's doing for us, he's basically building a business that probably would cost each of us 20,000, 25,000, something like that. Well, he's decided that instead of it costing 25,000, it costs 24,900 to them, the company, not us, to them, and we pay £100. Now, some people might think he's mad, but actually, if you listen to this man and you listen to the vision that he has and the way that he set this up and the design that he's done specifically for OnPassive, the way it works, the commission or the compensation structure, the way it works for all of us as far as income is concerned, wow, is all you can say. It's an opportunity that anyone in their right mind would be mad to miss. The company do, or are going to be doing, a cycle. So every cycle, it gives you 3 new clients for every founder in there. Now we've got 560 odd thousand founders. and you go, hold on a minute, you know, that getting 3 for every, we're not in at the beginning. Yes, we are. If the market, what Red said earlier, is over 4 billion, and we're likely to take on 100 million customers in our first year, that is less than 0.5% of the customer base in the first year. But let's say they only take on 100 million customers in its entirety, we're still at the top, the 0.5%, 1% of all of the customers. Now, if you relate that then to Google or Facebook or Amazon, and you were in the top 0.5% of what they class as an investor when they first started, bearing in mind that Microsoft and Apple started in the garage, and it took 2 years for them to come to any form of product, and it was one product, and it launched just in the States. We've got 50 products, and it's like launching worldwide. We have founders in 230 odd countries. The magnitude of this is very, very difficult to comprehend unless you really get engaged and start listening and learning from some of the videos that are out there. And there are thousands now, because we're all at it. Paul did a great one the other day. I've even tried my hand at it. But anyway, I hope that helps, guys. Thanks a lot.
Certainly does. Thanks very much, Andy. I've got another question here to answer. In fact, I've got two actually. Chris Paget has just asked, hi, my name's Chris. I've just joined. Do you have to share to keep your account active, please? Chris, the answer to that is no, you do not. Remember, I said right at the beginning, this is 100% automated if you want to be passive within this company. Hence the name, OnPassive. It is a passive company if you want it to be. The form of being active is very simple. You have to log into your account on a regular basis, and you have to pay your subscriptions on a monthly basis. Okay, don't forget, everybody pays their first month's subscription, and then from there on in, it will come from commissions from customers in your team that are using and paying for those products. An active person is just basically somebody who keeps their account up to date. So you do not have to be active as far as sharing is concerned, but there is tangible benefits to share this opportunity. The more that you have within your team stroke organization before we launch, it means that you are starting from word go in profit and making money. So you're not waiting on the company to do the work for you. You are doing it yourself, which gets you off to a fantastic start. Okay, and the last question that was asked in here that I wanted to, there's two on here actually. Walter said, who gets paid? Founders only? No, Walter, all founders and resellers will get paid. The only people who will not get paid to begin with, I have to say, but they will do in time, but to begin with, the only people who don't get paid are customers, because they are paying for the individual products. Founders and resellers get paid. Okay, and the next question on here is, renewal fee will be paid, the commissions earned. Yep, absolutely right. That is Sabs. Okay, you can pay your renewal fees from the commissions earned, so you're not paying out of pocket again. Back to you, Neil.
Okay, thanks, Red. Yeah, I was just looking at how Victor's come in. So I don't know whether Victor's on camera or just listening. Are you around, Victor, if you want to say a few words? If you want to unmute, if Victor's available. I know we've got a few participants, I think, who have raised their hand if they would like to speak.
I've got one more question. I've got one more here from Chris. He's just asked, when do you have to pay your first month, please? Your first month is paid within the first 7 days of launching, okay, whenever that may be. It could be in a month's time, could be in 2 months' time, 3 months' time, we don't know yet. But whenever it is you'll have ample chance and opportunity to get ready to pay it. Like I said, it is going to be between 100 and 250 US dollars. Okay, back to you.
Okay, yeah, we'll move on and see. We've just brought a few of our guests across. Andy Borthwick, if you want to say a few words, Andy, if you'd like to unmute yourself.
Hi guys, how you doing? It's Andy Borthwick here from Stanford. Basically, I work for the MOD as a driver and a supplier. Sorry, that's a storekeeper. I've done that for about 30 years, and within the 30 years, I've been. They said I'm gonna be made redundant, and about twice, and I thought, oh, this is a job for life. And then a good friend of mine, Paul Angus, came round. I think it was last March, Paul, and you showed me this, and I looked at it and I thought, well, I don't really understand it, but he's a good friend, and I've joined him in the past, so I thought, why not take a punt? So I took a punt, and I've been watching all the videos and everything, and it's showed me I can get my time freedom back, and time freedom for my friends and family. And what else do you want, guys? Life's too short. That's it for me, because I've got a bit of a bad throat. So bye.
Thanks, Andy. Thanks very much.
Neil, I've got one more question if I can jump in.
Okay, Rick.
Okay, Dr. Mrs. Ayatomono is asked, what are the factors that determine the actual date of the launch? As with any business, there is many factors that come into the actual launch date. One of those is to make sure that however many products that we are going to launch with are functionable and they work seamlessly before we launch. And this is where we as founders, remember I said we are beta testers. We will be testing the products to make sure that we'll see if we can break them basically, so that they are fit for purpose. That is one of the factors for that. The other factors obviously is making sure that the payment systems are all working properly and making sure that people around the globe will be able to withdraw funds into their local currencies. This is causing quite a big headache, to be honest, because we are global at the moment. But there is a lot of factors that come into all of this. But the main one is to make sure that we are fit for purpose by the time we launch. There is no point in launching if, for instance, it crashes on first day. You know, that is not acceptable. It has to be put through its paces to make sure that when we launch, and we are going to get an influx of people wanting to use our products and services, that it has to be done correctly. And your next question you asked was, do you have a maximum number of participants for which are involved except to co-founders? Then co-founders in African countries can easily update your accounts. Okay, as far as how many founders there's going to be, there is no maximum. Remember I said, with ONPASSIVE, there is no limits. That means there is no limits on the tools, products and services and the amount of people that can use them. There's no limits on the amount of founders. This founders position is only open until the day we launch. Okay, so there's no limit on that. And as far as access is concerned within the African continent, okay, this again is what is causing not problems, but has to be ironed out to make sure that everybody will have access to their accounts, because there will be KYC and security measures that have to be done country by country, and we need to know what are the legalities within those countries. You know, KYC in UK and America is pretty easy because we've got driving licenses, we've got passports, we've got utility bills, etc. But as you well know, many countries don't have these, so there will have to be some form of identity to be able to open your wallets. Anyway, I hope that has answered your questions. Back to you, Neil.
Okay, thanks, Red. Do you think that eventually will be facial recognition then?
That'll be, facial recognition will certainly be one part of the KYC for identification of accounts, for sure it will be. But with all accounts anyway online now, they normally require, we'll say, 2 or 3 of 5 or 6 forms of ID, okay? And facial recognition will be one part of those, especially now with how mobile phones are. For instance, my phone has facial recognition on it already now as a security feature to open it. And I'm sure that that will be woven into a lot of the accounts as well. I think the initial opening of accounts is going to be very easy because it's one time for that one. But anything to do changing the accounts, I think this is where any problems might come in later on down the line. But we'll have to wait and see, because it's going to be dealt with by a third party. So we'll have to wait and see what that third party is and what their stipulations are as far as security is concerned.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Right. Nice to see David Switzer with us again. If you'd like to say a few words, David, you want to unmute yourself? Thank you.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah.
My name is David Switzer. My name is David Switzer. I'm from the state of Kansas. So I love ONPASSIVE. I enjoy all the webinars I go to, and the good stories I hear and everything. It just makes you feel like a big part of the family. But what I really want to know, can I go out and buy a new truck after this, or what? You know?
Certainly can.
I've been in it for almost 2 years. As a matter of fact, I'll be in it for 2 years this month. So I haven't regretted it. So well, however long it take, I know it's going to be a good program or a good company when it fires up. So like I say, I'm really happy to be in all these webinars, and it's nice to make a whole bunch of new friends and everything. Paul, you haven't built any snowmans out there. I've been looking at all the snow's been falling around your place. I wanted to see you build a snowman out there, but I haven't seen you do it yet.
Yeah, but the snow's been and gone, lucky enough. It looks good for a while, but we got fed up with it. We're back to normal.
All right, thank you guys. Like I said, I really enjoy all the webinars, and I enjoy talking to you. So thank you.
Thanks, David. Thank you.
I've got one more question. I've got one more question before I hand it back to you. Tim Dillon's just asked, what about the accounts that we have got as gifts and still in control of? Okay, as far as the accounts that you have, you'll be able to do the same verification, okay, on as many accounts as you want, as long as your name is on that account. Now, if you are looking after an account on somebody else, it's probably advisable just before you set the wallet part of the account up to change in the profile section within the account to your name, okay, do the verification, okay, and then you can change that name back to somebody else. It's pretty easy to do there in the back office. Okay, you still got control. Don't forget, it's going to be a separate thing. We'll be logging into the wallets externally, and you won't be logging in to your wallets as you log into your back office. It will be another login stage. They will be attached, and you will be able to see balances, etc., from your back office. But to actually log into that wallet to do any withdrawals, you'll have to go through the security for those. So as far as multiple accounts is concerned, KYC will have to be done for the name on that account. All right, so if you're looking after it for somebody else, just change the name to yourself, do the KYC in your own name. You're still looking after the account, and then you can just gift it on whenever you want. Pretty simple, really. Back to you, Neil.
Thanks, Fred.
Sorry, Fred. KYC, just so that people know, is what their classes know your client. In other words, you have to prove who you are in order to get the cash out.
Good. Just looking at, we've got Rosalind from the US as a guest. If you'd like to unmute yourself, Rosalind, be good to hear from you.
Hello, how are you all?
Hello, super.
Yes, this is my second time on one passive call, and I can tell everybody on the call, stand still, and just wait till on passive launch. I am so excited that Marty DeGarbo gave me this opportunity. I just can't wait. I am on fire. It doesn't matter how long it takes. I will be here because I do have the faith, and you are a fool if you don't decide to wait. And I hate to put it blunt, but you are a fool if you don't take a hold of this opportunity of a lifetime. When I heard Ash said what he said, Dan read, and I just love your voice. So I have to say that. I just love to hear your voice. Mike Ellis is another one. I love to hear his voice. But somehow when they talk, it resonates in your spirit. So I would tell anybody, on passive is real. Keep the faith, and on passive will prove all of you wrong and right. Because some of us don't understand, but everything is not to understand. It's just like the air. We can't see it, but we know it's there. So just hold on. On passive is on the way. Thank you all.
Fantastic.
Brilliant. Thanks, Rosalind. Great.
I've just got one more in the Q&A. Tom Adams says, can you quickly go over the requirements to stay active and get paid, please? Yeah, the requirements to stay active is very simple. Your account has to be paid on a monthly basis once we've launched, and you have to be logging into your account. Simple as that. Do those, you get paid. Pretty simple. And he's also asked David Switzer, if you go into the Q&A, he's put his phone number there. I'd like to speak to you if at all possible. I'm just going to check the chat just a second, Neil. See if then it says, Lady HT, yeah, you can just contact me afterwards and I'll give you a copy. It's not a problem. Back to you, Neil.
That's okay. Yeah. Anything else we want to add? Red? We think we've been.
No, not from me. That's me. I'm done.
So yeah, special thanks once again for everybody who is new looking at this at the first time, or any guests. We hope that you found the information we've given you tonight most welcome and enough to make the right decision for you. I think you've probably gathered by now that this opportunity will work for tens of thousands of people, and you've just, of course, got to decide whether you think you want it to work for you. So we're back again next Monday night at the same time, 9 p.m. UK time, and that will be 4 p.m. Eastern time. So until then, thanks very much for attending, and see you next week.
Yeah, just before we go, don't forget, guys, if you are in the UK and Ireland as a founder and you're not part of our UK and Ireland Facebook group, just get on there, which is OnPassive UK and Ireland. We'd love to have you with us. We have got some great ideas for all the founders in UK and Ireland. So plug into what we're doing to help build your teams. So find us on Facebook, OnPassive UK and Ireland. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Red. Bye for now. See you next time.
Like a bird on a tree,